Right now we are at the Blackrock Mountain, and the Blackrock Mountain is one of my most favorite places to visit in World of Warcraft. And no, I'm not just saying that because I'm playing a Dark Iron Dwarf and I think Dark Iron Dwarfs are super cool. But no, Blackrock Mountain is really fascinating and has some deep lore. So let's learn more about it today. Platinum WoW made this apparently super informative video about the Blackrock Mountain. So yeah, let's check this one out.
Blackrock Mountain is a huge part of classic WoW. It's filled with sprawling dungeons and momentous raids that are the foundation of the endgame experience. The lore is just as big as the mountain itself, so today we're going to be focusing on its origins and the Dark Iron and Big Daddy Raggy's involvement.
Oh yeah.
The flames of Sulfuron!
Back in the day, world first
Our story
Ragnaros, I
begins
remember that.
230 years before the Dark Portal was even opened. Ironforge was inhabited by the three dwarven clans, the Bronzebeard clan, the Wildhammer clan, and the Dark Iron.
The coolest one.
Anvilmar was the dwarven leader who established peace between all the clans, and then he died of old age.
Oh no.
And before his son could even be crowned, a civil war broke out between the clans to claim Ironforge. The war continued for many years until
It's actually interesting because this kind of conflict between the three clans, like, not only did it shape each clan and they all went like a very fascinating direction. Like one clan became insanely good druids and not druid shamans, and one clan became very good crafters and everything, and the other one even went a warlock route and stuff. So it's like quite interesting actually, like how the clans actually changed after this conflict.
until the Bronzebeard kicked the other two clans out. The Wildhammer clan went to establish Grimpatol, and the Dark Iron established a home called Tharzan, which is named after their leader, and it's located in the Red Ridge Mountains. If there's one thing the Dark Iron like to keep, it's grudges, and suddenly, Sorcerer Than Tharzan, the leader of the Dark Iron, launched an attack against the Wildhammer and the Bronzebeard. Tharzan himself led the attack on the Bronzebeard, while his wife, Modgood, a person with a horrible name, led the attack on the Wildhammer. Despite the ambush, the Dark Iron must really suck at fighting, because Modgood was killed, and Tharzan's forces were pushed all the way back to Red Ridge. With his armies in disarray and the enemy clans at his doorstep, Tharzan got desperate. And with the help from the Council of Seven, powerful Dark Iron spellcasters.
One thing actually fascinates me about the Dark Iron. It's like, why do they now have burning beards? Like their hair are burning, but before their hair did not burn. Did like something happen that changed them, or is there like a specific clan that is the playable race that we get, that has those features that the hair are burning? I'm like wondering what happened to the Dark Iron Dwarves. Is there actually any lore explanation to why some have burning hair?
Council of Seven, powerful Dark Iron spellcasters. They attempted to conjure a momentous being into existence. Okay, let's see here. Chili powder? Sriracha sauce?
Oh yeah.
Check. The sacrifice of an innocent person? Please help me! Check. Alright, lads. Start summoning. Wait, hold on. 1 second.
Fall to your knees, mortals. Your judgment has come.
I think it's time to call off this war, huh?
Oh, shit! Oh, Lord Jesus! Oh, Jesus! Get the water! It's going down!
Ah!
Motherfucking bootleg fireworks shit!
I get it now. So the reason why we see so many freaking burnt trees around Blackrock Mountain is not because just of the mountain, but because Ragnaros was summoned in this place. So because he was present there, everything started burning, and that's why. Maybe actually the area around Blackrock Mountain was like a forest area and looked really nice before everything happened there. Okay, I think now I see where those trees are coming from, the burnt ones. That's fascinating.
So somehow, some way, the Dark Iron summoned Ragnaros the Fire Lord accidentally. The summoning of the Elemental Lord wiped out Tharasan's city in an instant and killed their king.
That's why
and the
we have
Council of
this,
Seven
the
in the
runes and
process.
everything.
A large chunk of Red Ridge Mountains was permanently scorched, creating the Burning Steppes and the Searing Gorge we know of today. It
Yeah,
also
Searing Gorge,
created
I
the
leveled there quite
monolithic
often.
Blackrock Mountain that was formed as a byproduct of Ragnaros' birth. The Wild Hammer.
Wait, hold up. So the whole mountain wasn't there at the beginning. So it was formed because he was summoned. You know what I actually thought? That this was a normal mountain, but because he was like summoned, let's say inside the mountain or something, his firepower was so strong that it like there was like some sort of volcano or something that was created because like all the rocks were like melting down by the heat of Ragnaros or something, and then like the lava did come down the mountain and everything got burned. That's what I thought at first. Okay, so the mountain actually was created through Ragnaros. It wasn't turned into a volcano by Ragnaros. It was actually even created. Like, okay, that's very interesting. And yeah, by the way, guys, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more MMO content. Yo, that is so fascinating. Let's dig more into it.
His birth. The Wild Hammer and the Bronzebeard didn't really feel like fighting a giant fiery monstrosity, so they called off the war and became allies. The remaining Dark Iron Dwarves were enslaved by Ragnaros, but they didn't really mind. In fact, they worshipped Ragnaros for saving their people and giving them a place to live. At this time, Dagran Tharasan, the previous leader's son, became the leader of the Dark Iron, but was still a servant of Ragnaros. Since the Dark Iron's old city was utterly destroyed, they needed some place to stay. Thankfully, they had Master Architect Fran Clorn Forgeright in their ranks. He's responsible for the creation of the Shadowforge City, aka Blackrock Depths. He's also the guy who made the Stonewright Dam you see in Loch Modan. That big hanging heart thing in the middle of the mountain is his tomb where he still rests today. During the Second War, the Horde used Blackrock Mountain as a base of operations. At the time, Cho'Gall was a member of the Horde and convinced Ragnaros to let the Shadow Council, a group of Horde warlocks, reside within the spire of the mountain. Eventually, the Horde was driven out by the Alliance, but a few still lingered around the mountain, calling themselves the Dark Horde. The Dark Horde and the Dark Iron have been brawling it out to fight over control of the mountain, and the peak of their conflict with each other is in Classic. I'll be going over the Dark Horde section of Blackrock Mountain in another video. For now, let's just focus back on our dwarven friends.
The City of Fire.
Shadowforge City, aka Blackrock Depths, is freaking huge. It has 20 bosses and takes around 4 to 6 hours if you want to complete the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, despite this dungeon being gargantuan,
That's something I love about like old school like raids and dungeons. I always have the feeling that like the dungeons back in the day were way bigger than the ones we currently get. Because now everything is like way too fast paced. Don't you guys feel the same way? Like, yeah, sure, we get like each like expansion or new patch like some interesting raid, right? But like the even like the regular dungeons and everything, I feel like they get shorter and shorter as time goes by, right? I actually like having like dungeons or raids where you spend like eternity in, because when you clear them it feels somehow like way more rewarding, right? Because you put like so much effort and time into it, so if you beat it you are like very happy.
Hours if you want to complete the whole thing. Now, despite this dungeon being gargantuan, there is parts that don't have a lot of interesting lore and are what you'd expect. For example, who's General Angerforge?
Angerforge,
well,
the name.
He's a general.
That's angry always.
And he's very angry. So we're just going to break down some of the intriguing bits of the dungeon instead. In the detention block, there are lots of Twilight Hammer cultists that are kind of just hanging out. This makes sense because the elemental lords like Ragnaros have been corrupted by the old gods, and the Twilight Hammer are all about worshipping the old gods. So it's a
okay, that is... I actually like confused about the relationship between Ragnaros and the old gods. I mean, maybe they have like same goals or something. And the Twilight Hammer, how... Like, one thing I've noticed, don't the Twilight Hammer have like also a lot of Dark Irons in their ranks? Like, how did they become allies? Is there actually some backstory behind that? Because I never understood like how the Dark Iron Dwarves like allied up with the Twilight and stuff. Like, that's so confusing.
This makes sense because the elemental lords like Ragnaros have been corrupted by the old gods, and the Twilight Hammer are all about worshipping the old gods. so it's a match made in heaven. Reginald Windsor is a prisoner here, and his story relates more to Onyxia, but the reason why I bring him up is because he traveled to Blackrock Mountain to fight some orcs, but was ambushed by reportedly 300 Dark Iron Dwarves, which is
300 for one
like
guy.
A bit overkill. The point is, he's remained as a prisoner here, and Dargan Tharzan took his hammer called Iron Foe, which is actually crafted by Franclorin Fordrite, the guy who made Shadowforge City.
Okay, that's
Next up is
fascinating.
Golem Lord Argolmak. He's had a lifelong obsession for immortality, and has learned to transfer his spirit and body into the golems he crafts.
What the heck?
Apparently, the Golem Lord was killed 10 years ago, but he's still alive in a robotic body, and we're asked to go kill him once.
Wait, he's a robot? I thought only gnomes are that smart. So even dwarves can make freaking cyborgs and stuff. I know they can make like golems and stuff, but that they can like make cyborg versions of themselves. Okay, that is fascinating. I didn't know that. But yeah, I feel like he has maybe a similar goal than the mecha gnomes have, right? Like the mecha gnomes, they want to have their ancient form back. They want to be the OG mecha gnomes, right? And this dude, I feel like he wants to be an Earth Megan or something.
More.
Yeah, that's
he
what
also
it
shows
is.
up in one of the Warcraft comic books where Varian cuts his goddamn head off.
What the heck? That's badass though. That's exactly what you get if you make a Dark Iron Dwarf at the starting area. No, seriously. That's all there is. Like, they're just partying all the time. But it's actually cool that they added now a new quest like the Dark Iron Dwarves in the zone. It's interesting.
My favorite part of the city has to be the Grim Guzzler, though. This place
Give you
is the most
Oktoberfest
badass
vibes, right?
bar in all of Azeroth, and is probably the most memorable part of the city.
It
The bar
is.
is owned by Plugger Spazring, who is a leper gnome warlock with his succubus named Mistress Nagmara. The duo supply the Dark Iron with copious amounts of alcohol so they can recharge and go back out and murder
fight.
some more innocent people.
Oh no!
Despite this, every character within the bar is neutral.
Maybe they can't do this if they are sober, so maybe they feel guilt or something, so they need to drink so they don't feel guilt or something. I'm just guessing it, okay?
Unless provoked. And we gotta provoke a few. Hurley Black Breath is a patron that has a
What a
rare
name,
brew
Black
recipe
Breath.
for a quest. And you can get him pissed off by breaking a bunch of kegs like that one scene in Shrek. Ribley Screwspligot
can
is the
break
only
that?
goblin in the city, and he's trying to lie low after borrowing some money from his relatives and never
From his
giving it back.
relatives.
So,
And never
of course, we need to kill him.
Give me your fucking money!
But the most important patron is Private Rocknot, who
Why?
will open the door for you to delve further into the city. The ways to have him open the door is to give him a lot of ale so he'll get belligerently drunk and piss off the golem bouncer, or help Mistress Nagmara, who is in love with him, by crafting a love potion to give the Rocknot, and the two lovers will open up the door and... Oh God!
OMG.
Oh, I can't show that!
Yeah, of course not. Misunderstood
Now,
monsters.
the most important part of Blackrock Depth's lore deals with its leader, Dagran Tharzan. Emperor Tharzan was preparing for yet another war, and in preparation, they kidnapped Moira Bronzebeard as a hostage. Moira is Magni Bronzebeard's only child, and the reality of the situation was, he wanted a son to take his throne, so Moira never really got the respect that she deserved.
Couldn't she just... Yeah, but that's probably like she worries that like the last name will be gone or something, right? But I think it doesn't matter if you have like a daughter or a son, because you could always like marry your child to somebody else, right? Like maybe a prince or something, and then you still have your kingdom, right? Under your bloodline. Okay, the name will be different, but still. Okay. Yeah, but now she has a son, according to the law, right? Like we even see the son in a quest. And this son will maybe be the next king of the dwarves. It is a possibility. I'm like wondering what will happen in the future expansions with her son. 'Cause maybe this will be the new king of the dwarves.
Despite this, he still loved her and sent a band of adventurers to go rescue her from her Dark Iron captors.
Of course, I mean, it's his daughter. Why wouldn't he love her, right?
But while she was captive, Dagran and her got talking. The Emperor started to treat Moira as an equal. They confided with each other, and he talked about how he wanted his people to be free from the Fire Lord's grasp.
But he was not
Eventually,
evil, actually.
the two
and
even
stuff.
got married, and Moira became pregnant.
Yep. And that's the
She
possible
realized
new Dwarven
perhaps
king.
the Dark Iron aren't these despicable monsters that everyone talks about. They're living, breathing beings who just want to survive and protect the people they love.
That was the argument why people said they should become a playable race for the Horde, because the Horde has like races that are struggling to survive in Azeroth, basically, right? Like they all have hardships and they come together to survive together, basically. While the Alliance, for example, is formed of races that are already stable and they just have like some benefit if they make like an alliance, right? The Horde is kind of like formed out of need to survive, while the Alliance, they all don't have the need to be together, they're just stronger together, right? So, that's like also something that confused me back in the day, why they didn't go to the Horde, right? But then again, from a lore perspective, because Moira, she has a child, right? And the child is probably gonna be the new Dwarven king. So, from a lore perspective, that's probably why they put them into the Alliance instead of the Horde. That's what I'm guessing.
Dagran was a troubled leader, forced to subjugate his kin to do despicable acts just for their survival. Of course he didn't want to be the bad guy, he just wants the Dark Iron's quality of life to be the best it can be. He is a Dark Iron, and he will make sure his people survive to his last dying breath. Let's see here. Yeah, nope, that's the last boss. Alright, go pull him.
That rogue. One
Hey guys,
painful,
check out this
painful
fancy new dress I have. It's pretty cool, still has some blood on it, but I bet I can. Don't worry, Moira, you're safe now. We'll take you home. Moira?
That is actually such a weird quest, right? Because she married him because she wanted to. They even have a child together, and now that's something I don't get. Why in the questline we don't just KO this guy? Why we have to kill him? Why don't we just make him KO, like pass out or something, and then we just take her? Like, that was so weird.
Moira was devastated. She lost her husband and refused to
She must
leave.
hate the player.
The Dark
actually.
Iron were her people now, and she needed to prove herself to deserve her people's respect. Her first plan of action was getting rid of the Fire Lord's grasp on the Dark Iron. So she spread news that within the Molten Core, there was untold riches and hidden artifacts within the fiery heart of the mountain. The Hydraxian Waterlords offered their own rewards for cleansing the Molten Core, and a group of adventurers delved their way inside the raid. But that's a story for another time.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching my video.
The Firelands
Like
are
it if you liked
fascinating
it,
too.
and subscribe if you want to see more content about the Blackrock Mountain in the very near future. Goodbye.
Wow, that was a really good video. I really enjoyed this one. We learned more about Blackrock Mountain. But yeah, like, I really wonder what will happen to Moira's son, if he will really be the new Dwarven King. Because right now, there are like 3 clans and they're all united and they have like kind of like one person representing the clan, and they are kind of like a ruling party now. But will there be a king again? I really wonder that. Like Dragonflight, I can't wait for Dragonflight, because Dragonflight will bring more information to the players, to us, about Azeroth and what's going on there. Like recently we got to take back the Undercity, and now there's finally a quest line for the Dark Iron Dwarves. There's still this with the Gilneas, we don't know what will happen there. What about like Teldrassil, what about like the Night Elves, will they get like a new tree, or what's going on there? There's like so much stuff that can be like in a future expansion revealed to us, right? Wow, I'm pretty sure it takes 2-3 expansions at least to give a full conclusion to everything, most likely. So yeah, if we want to know what's gonna happen in the future, you really need to wait a long time. Maybe each 2 years we get a bit more or something. Oh wow, that was a good video. So yeah, if you guys are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content, and we'll check out some more lore videos from time to time. I think it's really fun actually for me to react to those lore videos, because I also learn a lot more about the game, what is really cool. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time.